Hello, Flosstube. I'm Nichol, and welcome to Flosstube episode number 17. It is Sunday, September 4th, 2022. I am filming this, however, on Friday the 2nd. We're getting back on track. It might be a little bit shorter episode. I don't have quite as much to share because I had to refilm, if you caught my last Flosstube, and so I had kind of snuck in a couple extra things since I ended up having to refilm. And it's just been a crazy week. I know I've mentioned it before, but September is my busiest month all year. And so some of my time has been limited. I have gotten in some stitches every single day. So yay for that. I love it. But I have a little less to share. I do want to say that I do have some giveaways today. I'm going to unveil what the Christmas SAL stitch along will be. What else do I have? I have some haul, so I definitely wanted to pop in here this week, and this will get me back on schedule so that when I film next Friday, I will have all those days that I could catch up or, be able to be doing things. And so it's just going to get me back on schedule. I'm very happy about this because it means I film ahead of time, I get it edited ahead of time, and then it's up for you on Sunday morning, like I always intended. I hope everyone has had a great week. I need to look at my notes. Thank you to all of my returning viewers and subscribers. I appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel, all of our new subscribers. I am so super glad you're here. Like I said, I'm going to mention this until it happens, but I'm going for 100,000 subscribers, so every subscriber helps, and I can't thank you guys enough. When that happens, we're going to have a big party. I'm going to have giveaways. I'm so excited. Which reminds me, I did see someone say, I can't believe, this was a comment left, I believe, on my last Flosstube, that said, I can't believe you only have 16 Flosstubes and you already have this many subscribers. Please remember, my channel has card making, paper crafting, and Flosstube. Flosstube just started, so while it's a huge help, I just kind of house everything here on my channel, all of my loves in one place. Let's see, I already said talked about being back on track, so it'll be a little bit shorter episode. I will have timestamps in the description down below, so you can skip anything that you're not interested in. What happened this week? You guys, I don't know. I'm a little sleep deprived. I feel like all I do is edit videos and make cards for Stamptember, but I love it. I love chatting with you guys. If you're a card maker or you just want to come chat with me, you can. I do a premiere pretty much every night during Stamptember at 12 p.m. or 12 a.m., not p.m., 12 a.m. Eastern, unless I have let you know ahead of time on social or my community page here on YouTube. And so that's kind of for my card makers who are excited about Stamptember because they unveil an exclusive limited edition each night. It's fun. It's a great month. I absolutely love it. You guys have been so kind and sweet. And I have to say, I've just really felt like I've been on a creative role lately, I guess. And so I'm really loving all of my projects, and it's easy to talk about them when I'm excited about it. Football has started. Their first game is tonight. And then let's see. And also I'll have Monday night games too, because he'll play some JV as well. So there's that. So I have a lot of football every week, but it's great. He's my last baby, so it's awesome. Peyton just texted me and told me that Target set out all the Halloween and said, Mama, the new mugs are out, the Halloween mugs. Which ones do you want? Because she knows we're the same with that kind of thing. So she got me the Mummy and the Cauldron, which is delightful. And now we're on the hunt for like this skull candy bowl from Threshold. So we shall see. She said the store's out and all of the surrounding stores are out. So we're both trying to get the notifications and get it. But that's always fun and funny. You know me and Halloween. I love it. I know it's not for everyone, but I love Halloween decor. I always have. And It's funny, her birthday is at the end of October. It's not the 31st, but she has a late October birthday. So Halloween has always kind of been her thing, birthday parties and stuff like that. So she's always just kind of loved it. She loves haunted houses. I don't like the scary. She does. My kids, my two older kids do. I don't think Ethan loves it as much. He doesn't mind it, but it's not like his thing. But my two older ones, they'll go to the scariest movies and then laugh at me because I'm like, no, I'm not going to that. No way. I'm not jumping. You guys, I think that's it. I literally can't think what I did this week. I cleaned up some of the mess in here. Not all. Some of my quilts that I still need to bind, my quilt blocks and quilts I'm working on are still on design boards in here. But I did clean up the majority of the mess. Anything back here right behind me is what we're going to talk about this week. Let's go ahead and move on to Q&A. I know. Please remember that I do try to link everything in the description below. If you can't find a link or if I forgot, let me know. I probably didn't get to all of the questions, not even probably. I did not get to all of the responses. I usually try to heart everything. That did not happen this week, so I will get to it eventually. Be gentle with me. That does lead me to what I wanted to talk about. I completely forgot. I should have made a note. I feel like, I know some of the comments I got, I felt like maybe my video was more negative. Not negative, but talking about some of the negativity that I've received. And I don't want to have that tone at all in my video. Please know I'm totally fine. Here's something I have realized. If you put yourself out there, in a public forum, you are going to have some negativity. It used to cripple me like years ago. I couldn't believe people would say terrible things, and nothing I've received here is terrible. So no, don't even think that. It's not. But I have had some pretty interesting things in the past, and it used to just make me so upset, and now I don't get upset. So it's fine. It would have to be super terrible to really upset me. It's just interesting. And please remember, if stitching is not your thing, luckily for you, there's a lot of other content on my channel. So it only comes about once a week, sometimes more if I've got a stitch along or something happening. Okay, you guys, let's do a little Q&A. Again, timestamps are here. And let me pull that up. I do have a little bit more this week. I would like to start though with a comment I got from a sweet viewer. She's actually a Patreon member. She's in the card making community as well. And it literally made me cry. And I thought it was such a fantastic comment. And I just wanted to share it. She said, it's from Joyous in Christ. She says, Nicole, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you did for my daughter and I. What you ask? My daughter is in college out of state and works summers at a camp out of state. So in the summer, we see her 1 week at the start and 2 at the end before school starts back. She saw me stitching and watching your floss tubes. So while she was home, she said, no, that Nicole is great and you seem to enjoy stitching, Mom. Can we stitch together? And she said, be still my heart, in quotes. Be still my heart. I practically shouted yes. So for the week and a half she had left after my husband and boys went to bed around 11 p.m., my darling daughter and I turned on a Hallmark mystery movie or two and stitched together until the wee hours of the morning. I cannot thank you enough for the special and oh so precious time you inspired and gave me with my daughter. So thank you for sharing that. That is the kind of thing that I want to foster here. Stitching, community, relationship building. I love her daughter was interested. I want my daughter to be interested and she's not. I don't push. I don't even ask. I'm hoping someday she's like, I wonder how you do that. She did when she texted me about the mugs. She goes, Mom, I've seen all the pretty things you've been making, which was really great. So it was nice of her. And I appreciate it a lot because she's kind of been over here in her own little world. She's early 20s and she thinks she knows everything. You guys know. If you have kids, you know. So let's move on to our Q&A. And again, Joyce and Christ, thank you for sharing that with me, because it came right at a time where I needed something like that. So when you guys, and there's more than just that. I just picked hers because I cried. I appreciate the comments you leave. I do read them all. Like I said, I know I haven't kind of got to all of them from last week, but I do read them all, and it means the world to me. Q&A. Pinkaboo6691 and Chris Cook both said they saw on Instagram where Jim Moore, the dad of the gals from Primrose Cottage Stitches, is making more apothecary boards. So I mentioned last week that I did not set my timer in my little alert for the right time zone, which happens. I should really give someone who has my number the job of texting me to make sure I don't miss out when he restocks. Anyway, I'm going to link his Etsy shop down below, because if you wanted to get one of those, I will link to there and you can follow his shop. And also, obviously, if you want one of those, follow Primrose Cottage. I do want to say, I know that it's real wood. The sign he makes is very, very well made. And so I know they're a little pricier, so do keep that in mind. But I'm excited. I'm going to get one. If I come back here and am mad because I missed again, it's just done. It'll be over with at that point. Cassie says, who is the designer of the religious littles you mentioned, Primrose Cottage? And I will put a link down below for those as well. Stephanie, you iron, this is regarding my Welcome Autumn SAL and the tutorial. She said you ironed your stitch piece, and if you know the size of your piece, you can fuse your interfacing, then mark your stitched piece and cut it. So what she's saying is adhere your interfacing before you cut out your piece. And then you can cut it and it won't be slightly bigger. If you caught my tutorial, you probably saw I had to trim some off. And yes, I have done it in the past that way, and it is much, much easier. I literally forgot. So I wanted to share that she mentioned that, because it is a much easier way to apply your interfacing and not worry about it gunking up your iron. Karen, what exactly is Flosstube? I understand you stitch. Is there a subscription to the kits? Flosstube is just a fun take on YouTube. It's what stitchers call their, kind of like their vlog, I guess, where they just share their stitching. And if there's a subscription to anything I share, I will let you know. But otherwise, no, I'm just sharing like things that I personally have kitted out. So I buy the pattern, I buy the fabric I want, I buy the floss I want, I put it together in a project bag, and I go from there. Marlene W., where do you order Lugana fabric? I would like to try it. I have gotten all of mine so far from Fat Quarter Shop. They have a really good selection. When I first started, I believe I bought some that was in some sort of a project that I was stitching along with them. So that's probably how I got introduced to it, and then I fell in love with it. Deborah, question, I'm not a big sewer. What do you think about using fabric glue? I cannot tell you. I have not used fabric glue. And so my best suggestion would be to probably take a scrap of fabric and try the glue, like mock something up. I would not try or test it on a stitched piece. If someone has some knowledge of using the fabric glue, drop me a comment. I would love to be able to share with the whole community, but I don't personally have any experience, and I would hate to give you bad advice. Gwen, how do you get so much stitching accomplished? I just really make it a priority. So when my work day is done, and it's been a little bit later this week than normal, I try to stitch an hour or two a night. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. Sometimes I get up early in the morning and I'll stitch for 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how early I get up, just to get a few stitches in a project, because I promise it adds up. Christine, what is the block, the white and blue star one called back behind me? I have a design board on it right now. It's the Thimble Blossoms by Camille Ross Kelly. It's called Swoon 16, and I will add a link to that down below. Okay, that is it for Q&A. Again, if I missed your question, I will try to go back and get it. If it's something you really, really need answered, ask again. Let's go on to Sal's. First, let's just start here. Did I follow my schedule at all? No, not at all. And that's why it's more of a guideline. It is something that I would like to work towards, but I also give myself permission to not work on something if I don't want to. This is why I'm not a monogamous stitcher, because this is why I walked away for so many years, because I thought I could only stitch one thing at a time. And so I literally just was like, because in my mind, I thought, if I'm not stitching this, then you can't stitch anything. That's dumb. So no, I don't do that anymore. I just went ahead. Probably the stress of this last week and just all the other things, I just feel like starting something new. But we will do a SAL first, because I did finish my hands-on design August block. I mean, at the very last minute. I finished it on the 31st. So this is the only SAL I worked on. I'll get back to my others. I'll have progress for you next week, I think. So this is the Hands-on Design Season 2, A Year of Celebrations continues. I'm stitching this along with Fat Quarter Shop. It is a year-long SAL. And I will show you. I shared already the photo on Instagram and probably Facebook of the finished August block, but it's the seagulls. And I have to say I love it. I did make a little boo-boo. I'm just going to point it out. So like, I want to say 2 in on this post was supposed to be one of these little blue, what I think are probably like little water bubbles coming out from the little fish. I just stitched it all brown. So, oops. You know, I noticed it like, I bet I was about 30 minutes from being done. And I noticed it and I thought, you know what? I don't care. I'm not pulling it out. I'm not fixing it. I want to be done. No one's going to know. Well, now all of you know. But I really love it. The seagulls are super cute. I'm excited to start September. I'm not waiting till the last minute this month to finish at all. I am using Kimberly's colors. There is a thread pack from Fat Quarter Shop. It is all classic color works. I am stitching on 25 count prim using called for and 2/2. Oh, I scratched myself. Sorry about that. So I'm loving it. I am doing mine all as one piece. I've seen some of you doing them as little individuals and they're so cute. I love them. So much fun. That is the only SAL I worked on. But I finished and I had a lot to do. If you remember last week, I think I only had up to the little poles. I had to do everything up above those. So all the seagulls, all the little header, all of it. Whips. Okay. Do you think I stitched anything that I already had started? Nope. I have 2 new starts this week. Well, I guess one is a SAL. We'll do it first since it kind of is a new start / SAL. I am stitching. Let me make sure it's not the pattern. Of course, everything in here is at the pattern. That's awesome. Here we go. So I know it's closed right now, but I think they will sell the pattern after the final part is released. This is the Hands-on Design Costume Party SAL. There are 3 releases. The first one was on the 1st. The second one is going to be, pardon me, Saturday, the 3rd. And the final one will be Monday, the 5th. So it's kind of over here in the US Labor Day weekend, which is kind of nice. So it's a costume party SAL. It's super, super fun. I bought the hand-dyed fabric by Stephanie. I bought the 32 count Lugana. The color is Silver Mist. and I love it. And I stitched it already. It's really, really cute. I cannot wait for the second part to come out. It's all DMC. Okay. It does, however, have quite a lot of back stitching. I'm really hoping part 2 doesn't have as much back stitching. But look at that. It's a cute little shelf with an apothecary jar with eyeballs in it, a little crow, a jack-o'-lantern, and a like potion bottle. I love it so much. It is really cute. I cannot wait to see what the next part of the release is. And by the time this video goes up, the second part of the release will be out, and I'll probably have stitched it because I did spend a lot of time stitching this. For such a small little thing, it took a crazy amount of time with the back stitching. I was kind of grumpy about it, to be honest. I used to back stitch all the time. I don't mind back stitching. The hands-on design actually has quite a few little back stitch things in it, but this was quite a lot. So let's cross our fingers that part 2 doesn't have quite as much. I'm excited because I'm assuming that the shelf extends out. I want to see what else is on the shelf. So cute. I am loving it. And like I said, it's a mystery SAL. It should be complete here by the 5th. I'm almost certain that Kathy from Hands On Design said that she releases the pattern then later. It just won't be a SAL. So if you were waiting to see what it looked like, definitely kind of follow her and see about that. Okay, my whip, new start. I showed this pattern a while back. It is the Tiny Modernist Mouse's Halloween Stitching. And while I was waiting for the Hands On Design Costume Party SAL to get started, I decided I was going to start this. I don't know why, I just felt the need to start something. And so this is where I'm at. I've actually stitched quite a lot. I did the pumpkin pincushion, also made an error on that. I did not fix it. And the mouse is almost finished. I need to add her nose and her eye and the inside of her ear. I love the pins coming out of the pincushion. I did switch this up. It's probably hard to see. I think in real life you can see it better. I did do the candy corn. It actually had orange on the outer two and then white in the center. Probably did not pull in another color, but I just pulled some yellow, I think from my Hands On Design bag that I had. I think it's Queen Bee, to be honest. Maybe. I don't even remember. I just pulled some yellow and stitched a quick little line there. But I was going to show you. So I really have like half of it done. The rest is the spool and the scissors coming out and the little moon up there. I am stitching mine on, it's 28 count Lugana. This is the color Rin. I bought this fabric with nothing in mind for it a while back. Look at the modeling on it. It's so pretty. And I just decided to use it and I really like it. I wasn't a super huge fan of the like light greenish blue color back behind here. And I didn't have any and I felt like starting this. So I am using, I want to say there are options for DMC, Anchor, or Weeks Dye Works, and I am using Weeks Dye Works. And I am using all the called for except for the color for the spool itself, the brown. I'm just going to pick something else because the color called for is chickpea and I didn't have that, but I had all the rest of the colors and I thought, you know what? I've got some sort of a brown floss that I can use. Isn't it cute? I'm really happy with it. I love the variegation in the floss. I love the pumpkin pin cushion. I think that would be a cute, like little small, just on its own. Anyway, very happy with this. Really love Tiny Modernist. Super cute things. And all the Halloween. I just feel like stitching Halloween. Okay. I think that's it. That's it for my stitching. Again, it's a little shorter since I just filmed. Let's move on to haul and pattern collecting. And yes, we're back to pattern collecting. Why would I need to collect more patterns. I've got more than I could ever do. We're going to do haul pattern collecting, and then I'm going to talk or kind of do like the reveal of what the Christmas sale is going to be. So first up, Fat Quarter Shop sent me a great little package with some fun things in it. A couple I probably will use for future giveaways. And I'm going to give away one of the things today. So they sent me their square in a square foundation paper and some Flying Geese foundation paper, which I've seen Kimberly use if you're a quilter. I have never tried the foundation paper, so I think I'm actually going to try it and see if I like it. If I don't, I'll probably just give the rest of the pad away, but I thought I would give it a try. So it's the 6-inch square, the 5-inch square in a square, and the 1 1/4 by 2.5 Flying Geese. So thank you, Fat Quarter Shop. That is awesome. They also sent over the Marseille, I'm almost certain that's how you say it, pattern from their It's So Emma line at Fat Quarter Shop. This is a really beautiful block. Imagine doing this in any color or collection of fabric. I think this would be really, really pretty. Sorry for the glare. Maybe if I tip it a little bit. The sizes for this are throw, lap, twin, and queen. So lots of different size options in this, and I will be giving this away in a future Flosstube episode. And then the final thing they sent me, which you're going to find funny in a minute, you'll find it funny in a minute, is the Santa Claus Typeface series cross stitch pattern. I love this pattern. And you know, you're going to guess why it's funny, because I'm going to show you what I got from Fat Quarter Shop, what I bought. But I love this. And this is like a series. I think Kimberly said there's going to be 2 other patterns coming. One in maybe this month and one in October or October, November. So I love it. If you know me at all, I love type of any kind. I think I've mentioned before I like cross-stitching type, and I think that the Santa face is beautiful. So I love that it's a half-faced and then it has all these names for Santa. Santa Claus, Saint Nick, and Kris Kringle. I thought it was really cute and clever. I think it would make a cute pillow. I think it would make a cute framed piece or a cute finish. I'm a little anxious to see what else they come out with, but this pattern is, the stitch count is 123 by 107, so it's going to be about 8 7/8 by 7 3/4 if you're using 14 count Aida, which is what they used. You can obviously stitch on whatever you want. If you're more of a linen or Lugana, if you stitch on 28, it'd be about the same size. If you use something else that's going to be different, use that Fat Quarter Shop cross-stitch calculator to figure it out. So I'm going to be giving this away here a little bit later in the video. Let's just put that there since we're... Actually, let's move this stuff. Sorry. So many things, not enough room. So let's talk about what I got from Fat Quarter Shop. I think I mentioned maybe even in my last Flosstube that I was waiting on an order. I did buy some different cloth. I did buy a 25 count, and it's in the package. Let's take it out. A 25 count blackboard Lugana, because you know I like 25 count a lot. This is Lori Holt fabric. I'm not a huge fan of black. Black. I love the chalkboard color, but I decided to give it a try because I love 25 count. So this is a true black. I'm excited. I just picked it up for my stash. Honestly, I have no real project in mind for this particular color, but we shall see. So that was for my stash, and just so, because there are times that I need black, and I guess I'm not loving stitching. I'm not loving as much stitching on Aida because I do love Lugana so much. And I think I saw somebody ask me a question, I can't remember where, why I love it. I just personally love how it looks, and I like stitching on it. Then from Picture This Plus, I know this is a crazy color for me, but I do think I'm going to buy Hands On Design Tomato. This color is called Phoenix, and it's 28 count Lugana. So it does have, it's not going to show up good here, probably the color. It has some modeling in it, but I want to make that tomato. And so I bought this. I'm thinking it might work for that, but we shall see. So I bought this. It is a crazy bright, it's a beautiful red though, and it's more fabric than I'll need for that. So I'll have some left over, but I'm just building up my cross stitch fabric stash to match my actual quilting fabric stash. You gotta have all the things. And then I got Fortnite Fabrics. I got a 28 count Lugana. This is the color Elegant. And I think that I am going to stitch the Edgar Allan Poe from Tiny Modernist on this. Look at that. That's pretty. It's not the exact one that they suggested. I don't love the fabric, flare fabric that was suggested. And so I decided to try this instead. We'll see. I haven't started stitching it yet. I love the feel of these fabrics. I'm going to put it back in here so that I don't forget what it is. So those are the new cross stitch fabrics I picked up. I've got my own Saint Nick. This will probably be stitched October, November. I'm not even worried about it. We want to do Halloween and fall right now. And I did get the classic Colorworks thread pack to go with it. So this is, again, Typeface series Santa Claus. I got the Ye Old Crow sampler. I've seen several people stitch this. A couple people in my Facebook group stitched it, and I loved it so much. And I think, I'm almost positive that Christy at Java Girl Stitches stitched this too. And I love it. It's all one color. It's Weeks Dye Works, the color Over Dye. So cool. I'm going to stitch it on Vintage Country Mocha. I know that already. I haven't decided if I'm going to stitch it on what count fabric, but I have several different counts in Vintage Country Mocha. So it will look just like this, because this was, well, no, it wasn't stitched on that, but Vintage Country Mocha will have a pretty similar look to this. So kind of that mottled brown with all that black. I love it. So that is Ye Old Crow by Heart and Hand. Oh, I got the bee needle minder because I realized I didn't have it. And of course I need it, right? And then my friend Kelly, who is a card maker too, she had sent me a picture of, or a link actually, to this on from from Amazon. It's a needle minder. I'm going to take, they have some stuff over it. It's hard to see. And it's my wand it chose me. And it finally came. It took forever. But I love it. It's just a cute little needle minder. And I thought it was funny because kind of the Harry Potter reference where the wand chose me, but the wand is a needle. I thought it was cute. This is who it's from Amazon. And I will add a link to that. All right. And then this is just really random. I like the little snip scissors I've shared with you before. I like having scissors in my bags, like if I have different bags and things. But I have this little pair of aqua ones. It's not in here right now, that I've had for years. And I think I got them as a freebie several years ago when I bought from Fat Quarter Shop on a Black Friday or something. I actually picked up I have another pair, but I put it in a bag. I picked up 3 different pairs of these. I will link them down below. I think these are all their breast cancer awareness month, like colors, but it's all like pink and white. I love them. I actually really, really love these scissors. I don't know if they're good ones or not, but I love them and I use them all the time. So, I will link those. And then I did say I ordered new design boards. New Lori Holt design boards came in stock at Fat Quarter Shop. I got a couple of different sizes. I actually don't have this 10-inch size and I really need it. I don't always need a huge one. I have so many huge ones. So I got 3. I think one of these might not be a new pattern, but it doesn't matter. I got 3 of the 10-inch, and then I did get 2 more 14-inch. And this just makes it nice when you're laying out blocks. You can move them right over to your sewing machine and sew away. Last little bit of haul, and then I'm going to do my Christmas SAL reveal. I saw somebody post this, I believe in Stitching with Friends, which is a great group on Facebook, and I do want to talk about that. We're going to talk about that in a minute before I introduce my SAL. I thought this was really cute, and all of my card makers are going to know why I picked this. In fact, I'm not going to say. That's today's question. If you don't know, if you do not follow my card making, that's totally okay. You can just leave a number and I will still consider you. But this will be today's question. But I did pick this. I think the pumpkins are super cute. I like the font. This is a Darlene Dion Designs pattern. I did get it from Etsy, and I'll have a link for you down below. It's a really quick, easy, simple stitch. So when I'm not feeling like following my rules, it would be a cute one. Let's leave that out because we're going to talk about that again. And then I'm a member of Shannon Christine's subscription group on Facebook. She had a free chart for subscribers. It's part of your subscription, and then she has some other freebies. It's a really great group. For August, I have to think about what month we're in, which was this chart right here. So if you've seen this chart and you're like, how do I get it? You do have to be a member or subscriber of her group. I think I mentioned this before, but I think I am going to stitch maybe a couple of these as like teeny tiny littles. I think that's my plan so far, but this pumpkin is my favorite, but it's really cute. I've seen several people finish this, like finish the whole thing. And somebody even, if you are the one who did it, let me know, stitched a border all the way around. Oh, and it was so cute. So cute, you guys. So that was August's. Well, September is here, and she has shown her September. Look at that, you guys. Whatever spices your pumpkin. How cute is that chart? So this is the September chart from her group. I just wanted to give it a shout out because I think I have so many of her patterns. I think they're really cute. So there's that. All right. I do want to talk about Spooktacular September from Stitching with Friends, which is Christy, Fiona, and Anna's group on Facebook. Please check it out. They have so many fun things. They've got like scavenger hunts. They have stitch alongs. They're sharing so much fun information, inspiration, and all kinds of great stuff. So please check it out. I will link to it down below. You do have to answer membership questions. They're very easy. I'm sure you follow Java Girl Stitches. I've talked about her a lot. If you love amazing finishes, go check that out. But they're doing all kinds of fun things. It's a really big thing this month, and I am going to do a stitch along as I can. This is obviously I've said my busy work month, but I'm going to try to participate in as much as I can because it's really fun, and I love anything like that. I'm a huge stitch along person or participation person in fun things like that. So I did want to mention that. Okay. Let's have our reveal for the Christmas SAL. I'm going to preface this. So I started with a very small SAL for the first one. So many of you stitched way far ahead. This one's going to be a little bit bigger. Please don't freak out. So when I was considering a SAL, and I think I've even said this a couple of different places, but when I consider a SAL, it has to be something I personally want to stitch. I can't just pick something, because I hope that everyone else wants to stitch it. It has to be something that motivates me. So if this isn't your jam, that's totally okay. That's fine. You can still stitch with us. Stitch something else Christmas or winter if Christmas isn't your thing. I'm me, easy, no rules. No rules. But I want to let you know, in case you want to start early, in case you want to start gathering your supplies, I will tell you I am not starting until the SAL starts, and I don't have an exact start date. I will let you know in about a week or two when that will start exactly. It's going to be October, but the pattern just was released. I knew it was coming, and so I reached out to the designer and I said, I think I would like to do this for the SAL. And she very, very generously is going to even give away a pattern to one of you. That's going to be one of our giveaways today, and has another giveaway. So I really, really am excited about it. I'm trying to figure out a finishing plan. I do not have that ironed out yet, but it's going to run a lot like my last SAL, where I'm going to do weekly stitch with me's. That's going to be a live. I'm going to start that week's portion of the chart, and we will work on it together, and then you finish in your own time, or you can just hang out with us if you've already stitched ahead. That's cool too. And then the final week, I'm going to do a finishing tutorial. So, and it's not going to be a pillow. It will be something else. So with that being said, I picked the Shannon Christine Old Fashioned. So I have a hot chocolate bar and I want to stitch this. So you might remember the Have a Cup of Cheer, and I forgot to bring it in here, so I'm going to put a photo up here for a minute. It's along the same lines. How cute would they be together? I love this. I want to do something, so it is stitched on black. You can use chalkboard black or dark gray, something where the white will show up. But what I love is that I think it would be cute as a sign on a hot chocolate bar or whatever. Now, Shannon laughs because she asked if I needed a color conversion. I love aqua. I think maybe I gave the wrong impression when I talked about her Have a Cup of Cheer pattern and I said I will change some of the colors. I love aqua. It just doesn't go with my Christmas decor that well. I am going to change the color of this and the mug probably to red. Just have a little bit more red on here. That's what I'm thinking, or green or something. But I love it. I have already broken it down into weekly small bits to do. I would suggest if you want to stitch along with me, and I do think I'm probably going to try to offer some weekly type of prizes, probably in my Facebook group, so you can share. I'll talk more about that later. You don't have to stitch at all, but I should take that back. You have to be stitching it, but you won't have to be completely caught up probably. We'll see how that goes. But I do want to offer like some fun weekly prizes and things like that. But my suggestion, if you want to get started early and be ready, stitch the border. Stitch the little pine branch here or evergreen branch and stitch this border. I will be starting that part in my first video, and I'm going to tell you how I stitch borders and so that they match up. I'll give you all kinds of tips and tricks, but I have broken it down. I'm going to post graphics probably within the next week or so showing how I'm breaking it into bite-sized pieces. You can pick it up now. If you get it from Shannon Christine, there is a color chart and a black and white chart. So I'll just show just a tiny little peek. So see, it's in color. She knows I love color. So thank you, Shannon. It's a lot easier to read than black and white. And if you buy the PDF, if it's hard for you to see, you can blow it up. Don't be intimidated by the size. It's a lot of text, which is a fast stitch. There is some back stitching, but I'm really, really excited. It's something I wanted to stitch, so I thought let's just stitch it together because how fun would it be to see all of these? Now, you can keep in mind you can switch colors to anything. This is all DMC, so it's going to be reasonable. 14 count chalkboard black Aida would be beautiful for this. I am probably going to stitch on something else, but I don't know what. I will let you know as soon as I do. I'm auditioning. I'm actually stitching a few little things to see what I think. But I will let you know. It will be a black or a gray for sure. So it's going to be similar to this, but I wanted to show you that and get you guys So if you want to pick it up, you can. If you want the paper pattern, I know Fat Quarter Shop already has it. Some other shops have it. But if you want the PDF, just grab that from Shannon. And again, thank you so much, Shannon, for your support. I'm really, really excited to get started stitching it. Okay, you guys. Let's see where we have next. The giveaways from last week all have been claimed. I actually just printed off shipping labels, so those are going out soon. So look for those next week. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit behind. That's the first thing. Then I have last week's giveaway winners. And then we'll do this week's giveaways. So the winner of the 28 count mushroom Lugana that Shari so lovely donated is Carol Kerner. And I will put a box here with your name in it, Carol Kerner. The winner of the vintage cloth, remember these were all like scraps from my stash too, you guys. I showed them last week. Joe Clayton, and I have a box here. The winner of the Pineboard Aida, Carol Stockwell. The winner of the pale gray gingham Aida is Jessica, is it Reiche? I probably said that wrong. If that is you, please contact me. My email address is in the description box down below. And the winner of the chalkboard Aida is Katie. And Katie, there was no last name. So here's your name and comment. If that is you, please email me at the email in the description and I will get these all out to you guys. So thank you to everyone who did email me last week. That's so nice when you guys watch and email me right away. Now, for this week's giveaways, please like the video, be a subscriber. You need to be over 18 so that I can mail you. USA only for the physical products. However, I've got 2 that anyone can leave a comment for. And those are going to be our first 2, okay? In here because I forgot to give everything. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel. Please be over 18 for the physical products because I have to ask for your address. Don't use the words giveaway or freebie or anything like that. Leave the number down in the description and answer this question. If you know why I love this chart so much, drop it in the comments down below. And next week I'll tell you if you're right or not. My card making friends who follow my card making are already going to know why I love this so much. If you don't know, that's okay. Just leave a number down below. That's okay too. I don't want to leave anyone out. Now, remember, for the digital products, the old-fashioned PDF from Shannon Christine or the $20 gift card from Shannon Christine, you can be international. It doesn't have to be USA only. Okay, so as I mentioned, Shannon was so gracious to offer. She is going to let me give away one of the old-fashioned charts. This is her brand new design. This was a Needlework Expo, or I'm pretty sure Needlework Expo. Shannon, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But it came out at that time. So this is brand new. Brand spanking new. She is going to give this away. So put a 1 in the comment if you would like to win this chart. Number 1. And it's going to be the PDF. It will be emailed to you. So anyone, anywhere can try to go for this one. And then the second, so number 2, put a 2 down in the comments if you would like a $20 gift card from Shannon. How generous is that? Thank you so much, Shannon. So if you would like to pick something else out from her shop, you can definitely do that. So go ahead and put a 2 in the comments. And then the last 2 things I have for you guys today are physical products. So these do need to be USA only. Number 3, if you would like to stitch the Santa Claus typeface series with me, I have the paper pattern for you. Put a number 3 in the comments below. And number 4 is from my stash, but it's brand new because I stupidly bought 2 of these. Number 4, if you would like the Oh Dear Needle Minder. How cute is it? I mean, I love it because I bought it twice. So I would love to pass this along to one of you. Put a number 4. So again, number 1, old fashioned. This will be a PDF. Anyone, anywhere can go for that. Number 2 is a $20 gift certificate to Shannon Christine, and I will have a link to her store down below. Please check her out. She has beautiful designs. Number 3 is the Santa Claus Typeface series. And number 4 is our Oh Dear Needle Minder. Thank you guys so much. Okay, with that being said, thank you so much for joining me today. I have enjoyed spending some time with you. I will be back next Sunday with another Flosstube and hopefully some quilting video to share with you. I plan on doing that this weekend. That's why it was nice being able to film this early, so it gives me the weekend to craft all the things. But I will be back next week. I hope you get some stitching in. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for spending some of your day with me. Go out and create something pretty. See you soon. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to always be notified when I have a new Flosstube video. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time.